All right, you hear that noise? That noise can be caused by three things. Local thunderstorms, that's what I thought it was. But when I switch the band switch to a different band, let me volume up, cuts off. All right, so one cause is local thunderstorms. All right, this radio has no antenna on it, and the RF amps are out. The oscillator, when I take this out, the noise goes away. So basically, it could be the atmospheric, lightning storms, silver mica disease. Now I know all my silver mica caps were changed in my IF. Now to prove that, we'll take the local oscillator out if I can get it out. Here we go. Got the noise. Let's take the tube out. Okay, it's gone. All right, so we know that the IFs are still on and it's not crackling. So most likely the IFs are good. Now it could be because it's a certain band. We're down to two things. On the local oscillator, there's a 270 picofarad cap, which I don't think I changed. That one has become bad. It wasn't bad when I repaired this radio. It was one of them I tested. It tested good. I let it go, and now being on a few, not 100 hours, but about 50 hours, it's failed. Now, how you can tell it might be that capacitor. It's heavily on band A, the noise. So I just looked on the schematic. It looks like the other thing it could be, which is it could be deox breaking down the Bakelite wafer switch in the oscillator section. All right, you got wafer for first IF, first RF, second RF, oscillator, and mixer. And someone had sprayed all the switches in this radio with deox. And now I'm starting to have to wiggle some of them. Now, I was pretty convinced that no one had touched the band switch. It looked good. All the connections were black, and I cleaned them with an eraser, took my time, a few contacts each day, got the radio all back, found out that I had a broken gear. Remember that? I replaced the gear. Now I have this nonsense. Now, this might be simple. It might be that 270 picofarad cap. In the old days, say 270 microfarads. That's on the oscillator for that band. That's the first thing. I'll swap that cap out after I get the air conditioning back on and decide do I want to do it now or a little bit later. You know, it's got a hum noise. All right, let's shut that off. But anyway, there I am. But the last few nights, I turned the radio on, and you hear that noise. I'm like, wow. And there were thunderstorms every night. It's not like there was, so I let it go. And then finally this morning, I'm looking on the map. There's no thunderstorms. I'm like, this radio's picking them up. They're really far away. Then I said, John, disconnect the antenna. I disconnected the antenna, and the noise was still there. And I know it's silver mica. If you go look at Shango, he's done silver mica disease to death. And there are capacitors other than the fixed ones that are in the IF or outside of the IF. There are the little ceramic wafer ones, not wafer, ceramic trimmer caps. They also get silver mica disease and crackle. So, and there is one of them involved in this circuit. But I'm going to shoot for the AM broadcast band first. And that entails changing a 270 picofarad cap. And then maybe the trimmer is bad. I can swap that out, and then I see if I can get rid of the noise. The noise is real bad on the AM broadcast band, just one band, but it also could be the Bakelite wafer switch in the band switch, and that's the dead end. And go look at the guy's video. You know, put in Halicrafters SX42. wafer switch arcing, whatever, and you'll find this. And he explains that somebody had sprayed it and saturated the Bakelite of the wafer switch with deox, and it's a slight acid. And if you turn the radio on, B plus flows across the wafer switch through the acid, and it takes metal with it, and it's plating a pathway that you could make circuit boards that way. Anyway, that's where I'm at now, and this is the second time I had to do this video, because the first time it shut off again on me. I have no clue. See, when you get these weird problems on a computer, you know, an intermittent, they're the hardest thing to repair. I think that's it. All right, that's it for now.